your general science class today. So yesterday we stopped. We were doing the classification of animals according to their food habits. So I had written four. We had divided them into four. First one is herbivore, carnivores, then omnivores, and parasites. Now, herbivores are those animals which eat plants. Those animals which eat only plants, they are called herbivores. You can say the examples are cow, goat, deer, elephant, rabbit, etc. Is that clear? Now, they have sharp, flat front teeth. Their front teeth, they have got sharp, flat front teeth. And then they have long and strong legs. They have got strong legs for long distances to travel to find their food. So they have got strong legs too. Next is carnivores. Carnivores are those animals which eat flesh of other animals. They eat the flesh of other animals. You can say cat, dogs, lions. And these animals have got pointed, curved teeth to tear the flesh. Now, third one is omnivores, animals that eat both plant and animal, and flesh of other animals. Omnivores, both plants and flesh of other animals. Okay? Examples, you can say crow and even human beings. Even we are vegetarians and non-vegetarians. So we also come under this group, that is omnivores. Parasites, some animals, they depend on other animals to live. They live on the bodies of other animals. You can say lice, leech, tapeworm, and then they suck the blood of other animals. So these are the four classifications. Now, they have got particular their sucking tubes. They live on the bodies of other animals and suck their food blood. The mouths of a mosquito and leech are suited to suck the blood of other animals. So these are the parasites. You can write down the examples. You can write down fleas and bugs also. Okay, so these four classifications. So we have done both the classification according to the environment surrounding and according to their food habits. Now there are some feeding habits of some animals. Feeding habits of some animals. Some animals, they chew the cud. They chew the cud. Now what is chewing the cud? Now animals like cows, buffaloes and sheep, what they do when they eat the grass, they do not chew the grass. Cows. So what they do, you can take the example of cow. What they do, they swallow the grass. They will not chew the grass, they swallow it, and afterwards when they are resting, they bring it back again into their mouth and then they start chewing it. So they are called cud chewing animal. Cows, buffaloes and sheep. Examples. You have to learn the examples of all these animals chewing the cud. These animals, cud chewing animals. These animals are called cud chewing animals. So three examples are there: buffaloes, cows, buffaloes and sheep. Next is squirrels, rats and rabbits. They gnaw their food. G-N-A-W. This is pronounced as gnaw. They take their food in their forelegs and they nibble it. They nibble it. And they are called gnawing animals. G is silent in this. You have to pronounce it as gnawing animals. The proper, correct example you can say one is squirrel and rabbit. Two examples of gnawing animals, squirrel and rabbit. Two examples of cut chewing animals, buffaloes and sheep or cow. Then snakes. Snakes, they swallow their food. Snakes swallow their food. They do not chew it, they just swallow their food. And butterfly has got long sucking tube. Butterfly has got long sucking tube. You can see because they have to just pierce the tube inside the flowers to suck the nectar. So, to suck the nectar. So they have got long, so their mouth parts are suitable for their feeding habits. Butterfly, long sucking tube. So please learn the examples of all these topics. Is that clear? Now, there is another new term called camouflage. C-A-M-O-U-F-L-A-G-E. Camouflage. Now, what is camouflage? In this, the animals, they change the skin of the color of their skin and the blend with their surrounding. They blend according to their surrounding. Is that clear? A very common example is chameleon. And it helps the animal to hide and from its predators and prey. Is that clear? Animals change the color of their skin. The color of their skin. So common example is chameleon, and they blend with the surroundings. So they can escape from their enemies and predators or prey. Is that clear? Next is, so you please learn this. This is a new term for you, camouflage. Next is migration. These terms you have to learn. Again, we'll be doing it in this class 5, but we are just revising the previous portion. Then the movement of animals to and fro from certain areas in search of food, escaping the harsh weather and to reach their breeding grounds. Migration are due to these 3 reasons. First is in search of food. They go to different places. So they migrate from one place to another in search of food. To escape from enemies. Escape from enemies. And to reach the breeding ground. Reach the breeding ground. So when animals, they migrate from one place to another in search of food to escape from their enemies and to reach their breeding grounds, this process, this term is called migration. Is that clear? So the next topic this finishes our one topic, that was your animal life. We have done the classification of animals, their feeding habits, according to their feeding habits and according to their surroundings. Now we will do the last topic, that is the reproduction. That will be the last topic of this animal world, animal life. Is that clear? Reproduction. Now, what is reproduction? The process of producing young ones of their own kind. That is called the reproduction. Okay. Now, it is important for life to continue. So, it is important for the living beings to reproduce. So, reproduction means they reproduce their own kind. Now, there are two kinds of reproduction in living animals. That is, first by laying eggs. By laying eggs. By giving birth to young ones. To their young ones. So these are the two ways of reproduction, young ones. Is that the animals that give birth to young ones, they are called mammals. Now again, those animals which give birth to young ones like cow, dogs, you have seen small puppies. Babies of dogs are called puppies. Calves, that is cows, baby cow, and then human being. So we all, human being also, they produce, they give birth to their young ones. So you can write three examples, that is cow, dog, and human being. Some animals lay eggs. Birds, frogs, snake, these, they lay eggs. Birds, they lay eggs. Then snakes also, they lay eggs. Giving birth, you can write down cow, dog, and humans. Okay, so these are the two ways in which the animals, they reproduce. Now, first we'll do animals that lay eggs. You have to do the life cycle. We'll just go through it. Some animals reproduce. Birds lay eggs in their nest. You all know, where do birds lay eggs? They lay eggs in the nest. The father or mother bird often warms and protects. Now what happens when the bird, she lays eggs, then father or mother bird, they sit on the eggs to keep it warm. This period is called incubation. Incubation, please learn these terms. Incubation. When they sit on the eggs and keep the eggs warm, that period is called incubation. Then the young birds that hatch out, when you have seen small baby birds, when they come out of their eggs, they do not have feathers at all. They have got only skin on their body. Insects like butterfly and housefly also lay eggs. Housefly, you know, Hindi you call it makhiya, housefly. So they also, butterfly also, they lay eggs. After a few, now, when they lay egg, when I send you the PDF, in that you can see the diagram. Okay, here I won't be able to show you, but in that I will send you 3 diagrams: life cycle of a butterfly, housefly, and life cycle of a butterfly, grasshopper, and frog. So here I'll just show you like this. First, the butterfly, it lays eggs. Butterfly lays eggs. After a few days, the eggs, it hatches into caterpillar. It hatches into caterpillar. Caterpillar. Caterpillar is also called larva. Okay, it is also called, you can either call it caterpillar or larva. Then this larva, a caterpillar, now what happens when it comes out of the egg? It eats greedily. It eats a lot of food. Feels very hungry, so it will eat a lot of food, and feeds and quickly grows in size. After some days, it stops eating and it changes into a pupa. This pupa is a resting stage. Pupa is a resting stage. After that larva, it eats and eats and eats and it grows in size and it stops eating after that, and then it is now become a pupa. Pupa is also called the resting stage. After a day or two, after this pupa, beautiful adult butterfly comes out. Adult butterfly. Is that clear? So from the egg, caterpillar comes out. Caterpillar will eat, becomes big in size. It becomes a pupa. It rests for a day or two. After a day or two, beautiful butterfly comes out. Adult butterfly. Okay. This adult butterfly will again lay eggs and the cycle goes on. So in that PDF, I'll send you the diagram. Here you can just diagrammatically, you can see in that. This is the life cycle of a butterfly. Okay. Next is the life cycle of a grasshopper. Now other animals like cockroaches and grasshoppers. Now keep that in mind. Butterfly has got a larva, but in the life cycle of caterpillar, grasshopper and cockroach, they do not have larva. They have only 3 stages. These are, first they lay eggs. Okay, eggs, they become nymphs. NYMPH is nymph. And then from nymph, egg, nymph and adult butterfly. Okay, so here 3 stages are there. This is the life cycle of a grasshopper. Egg, nymph, adult butterfly, adult grasshopper, and then again it lays eggs. So it has got only 3 stages. Same way, frogs, life cycle of a frog is little different from this. Eggs, tadpole, now here what happens? Eggs, from eggs the tadpole comes out. Now tadpoles are small fish-like creatures. They are swimming in the water. Now after few days, the hind limbs and forelimbs of tadpole, they develop, which I have not shown here, but I'll show you in the PDF. And then these tadpoles, they grow into adult, and again these adult frog will lay eggs. Is that clear? So we have done 3 life cycles. Roughly we have done them. So you have to keep in mind that butterfly has got 4 stages: egg, larva, that is caterpillar, pupa and adult butterfly. Then grasshopper has got only 3 stages, that is egg, nymph and adult. And life cycle of a frog also, you can say egg, tadpole comes out, and then tadpole, it develops the forelegs and the hind limbs and the forelimbs, and then they develop into an adult frog. Okay. Now last is care of the young ones. Some animals like mammals and birds, they take care of their young ones. Some animals, they do not take care of the young ones, like snakes, fish, and frogs. They do not take, they lay the eggs, and these young ones only, they take care of themselves when they hatch. The mothers are not there. But mammals and birds, they take care of their young ones. And the human beings look after their babies for a long time. Human beings are the only ones who take care of their young ones for a long time. Is that clear? So now, this finishes our animal world, animal life also. So now what you have to do, any doubts you have, please collect it and keep it and ask. This is the revision of last year, but still you can just go through it and ask, and then tomorrow we'll be sending you the PDF file also. Is that clear? So let us revise this, what we did today. That is reproduction. We'll start with, because it's a little difficult. Reproduction is the ability by which the living beings produce the young ones of their own kind. The young ones of their own kind. A cow will produce a calf. A dog produces puppies. Two types of reproduction. One is by laying eggs and by giving birth to their babies. By laying eggs, examples you can say birds, snakes, and these, they lay eggs and take. Now another one is giving birth to their young ones. Cow, dog, human beings. Human beings are the only one which take care of their young ones for a long time. The snake, fish, they do not take, they just lay their eggs, and the young ones, when they come out of their eggs, they, after hatching, they take care of themselves. 3 life cycles we did. That is the butterfly, grasshopper, and frog. So this was about the reproduction. Now, what we did yesterday, you remember? We had done the classification of animals according to their surroundings. According to their surroundings, that is terrestrial animals, and animals, aquatic animals, then arboreal animals, aerial animals. So these animals, learn two examples of each, and keep in mind. Is that clear? Learn the terms. These terms are camouflage, migration, and incubation. So many words. Whatever I write on the blackboard, please learn those, pronounce it and learn it. Okay. So please revise everything. So we end here. So have a blessed day today. Is that clear?